So I just wanted to give you this important message about fear, because obviously with what's going on in society, it's easy to be afraid, and the media has a massive part to play in making us think along fearful lines. But it's essential we don't, and the reason why it's essential we don't is because when we are afraid for our safety, when we feel insecure, and we worry about ourselves, then we stop caring about each other. We stop being concerned about the people around us, the people we know, and we get completely self-absorbed by fear. This is what fear does. It absorbs us in ourself. And what's really important right now, more than ever, is that we care about each other. We're concerned about each other. We really consider what we can do to help each other. Because there are things we can do, and communicating is probably the number one thing, because we are creatures of communication. And so even just by communicating with people and reassuring them or telling them not to worry, or communication is so important as a species. It makes us feel connected. So even if we can't leave our homes and see each other, we can communicate. So if there's people you know are worrying, people who you know are in fear, people who you know are panicking, please communicate with them and let them be reassured. Even if you don't feel completely trusting and safe and faithful yourself, just reassure them. Reassure them, because when you reassure others, you feel reassured. It's an amazing process, a divine process, that when we pass on reassurance, even though we may not feel reassured ourselves, when we pass on reassurance, we realize that there is reason to be trusting, there is reason to be safe. Because when we show love, when we communicate to others from love, then love comes into our heart, and it comes from God. So when we allow ourselves to be used by God, and when God uses us, He uses us to tell others to trust. He uses us to tell others not to be afraid, to have faith. So when love is flowing through us, God is using us. And then when God is using us, then we are fortified. Our heart becomes stronger, our faith grows stronger, our courage grows stronger. Just by reassuring others, just by reaching out to others and caring. That means love is flowing through you. And you can be protected by fear in this precise way, just by caring about others, just by reaching out to others, and by putting out positive messages, even though you may not feel positive. You find something to be positive about. Find one thing and put out messages which revolve around that one thing. And you'll find when you put out positive messages and positive information and caring information, then you will feel strengthened and you will feel renewed with hope and faith. But if you go into fear instead, if you start obsessively watching all the news reports and browsing the internet and reading all these fearful stories and going down this black hole, this it's wormhole of fear and insecurity and paranoia and conspiracy theories, if you go down that rabbit hole, that dark rabbit hole, and start to feel more afraid, insecure and kind of threatened, then you will find yourself disconnected from love, disconnected from God, disconnected from all the things you need. You need faith, you need love, and you need God, trust me. And if you choose fear, if you grow the fear, if you feed the fear with all this information, all this negative information, this fearful information, then you will start to feel more and more separate from faith and trust and love and God, and you will feel more isolated, more panicky, more likely to behave in a way which doesn't benefit anybody and doesn't even benefit yourself. So please, remember these words. Turn away from fear and reassure people. Put out some positive messages. Help people, speak to people. Spread some good news. There must be something you can think of which you can say which is positive to somebody. Even just for yourself, find the positive. There is lots of good that we can see. If we choose to, we have to choose to see it. The media wants us to focus on the negative. They want this vision of darkness and suffering in our minds. But we do not have to choose that. We can choose to see that there may be a divine plan orchestrating here. And we have to make the right choice. Choose love, Choose faith, choose God, and ultimately, choose Jesus for your own salvation. Amen. God bless you. Thank you.